very much, Madam Chair and members of the committee, for the honour of inviting me here today to speak with you. My name is Marcus Kolga. I've been monitoring and analysing Russian information and influence operations for the past 15 years. I'm going to focus my remarks on the mechanics of information operations, the role that influencers play, and how Russia exploits issues like the seal hunt to disparage Canada's environmental reputation and divide our society. Advocacy campaigns, regardless of intent, aim to shape public opinion and impact government policies. These campaigns often rely on developing narratives that resonate broadly. Sometimes they include factually inaccurate or, in the worst case, intentionally misleading information, commonly known as disinformation. One of the most effective ways to convey these narratives is through influencers, public figures, celebrities, academics, and former elected officials. Their endorsement and support can dramatically increase the impact of any information campaign or operation. Now, in terms of the seal hunt, most activists who promote animal welfare are presumably motivated by the purpose of their cause. Their intention may not be to mislead or deceive. They may even believe that they're justified in using any image or video regardless of context, so long as it supports their cause. In 2006, as we all know, former Beatle Paul McCartney appeared on an ice floe in the Gulf of St. Lawrence for a photo op with infant seal pups. After dismissing Inuit traditions, he accused traditional hunters of, quote, selling baby seal skins for fashion and fur. By posing next to whitecoat seals in photos taken during that trip, the images and his accusations give the false impression that infant seals are being killed for their fur. Whether intentional or not, these images and statements by influencers wield the power to manipulate public opinion, potentially imposing unintended consequences on the livelihoods of real people and the environment. My research has also shown that the Russian government has used state-controlled media to manipulate information about the seal hunt over the past years, with two primary objectives. First is, as I mentioned earlier, to denigrate Canada's international reputation, to present Canada as a nation that condones and defends cruelty towards helpless animals, and to provoke doubts about Canada's commitment to environmental sustainability. For example, a March 2009 article on RT is titled, quote, "Will Olympics in Canada help stop baby seal hunting?" and uses pejorative terms like annual seal slaughter to mischaracterize the hunt. Conversely, Russia has presented itself as a heroic protector of seals. A 2009 ban on hunting baby seals has been intentionally mischaracterized by Russian state media to falsely suggest an outright ban on seal hunting. This confusion has impacted influencers like Brigitte Bardot, who condemned Canada's, quote, notorious clubbing to death of seals, to publicly thank and praise Vladimir Putin for protecting them. Meanwhile, Russia, which banned seal imports from Canada in 2011, continues its seal hunt today, and the poaching of Russian baby seals also continues in Putin's corrupt Russia. This is part of the Kremlin's second objective, which is to present Russia as a responsible global environmental leader and a protector of Indigenous populations. Nothing could be further from the truth. Last year, 2,500 seals washed up on the shores of the Caspian Sea. Experts cite environmental degradation and overfishing as the causes. Environmental racism has long been a serious problem for Russian indigenous tribes whose lands remain colonized and exploited by corrupt Russian oligarchs. In 2019, Evgenia Chirikova, a Russian environmental activist forced into exile due to her criticisms of the Putin regime's environmental record and mistreatment of indigenous populations, wrote that Gazprom, the Russian state-controlled gas company, had expropriated lands belonging to the indigenous people of Yamal. The extraction and the processing of gas have left the indigenous Nenets tribes without pastures for their reindeer herds. Yet influencers like Canadian actress Pamela Anderson, told RT in 2015 that Russia has had, quote, a positive and beneficial impact on the environment and the welfare of animals, and that Russia was very instrumental in helping to remove the demand for seal pelts from Canada, where so many seal pups are slaughtered each year. Thank you again for inviting me to testify today, and I look forward to your questions.